Hey, Bosco! What, no Barrett? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again? And here's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo. I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint. I'm sure you can find something you like. Sure, have at it. I'm sure you can find something you like. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
I can assure you, this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled. But I don't smell anything.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
You see that scientist out in front of MAST, staring at trees? Sounds
He
upset?
can't do
Whatever it
this
is,
to me.
it can't be that bad, right?
What? No, just, go away. Not now.
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream. Well now, you don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. I'm right here with you, my friend. How can you not look up to the cosmos and just be overwhelmed by its beauty. So much possibility, so much hope, even despite recent events. Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there, somewhere. Or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me? Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days. Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. They jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier. Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never. Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman? Goodbye.
their ships with heat leech nests would be a nice touch.
You should inspect your... Hey, what can I do for you? I'm sure you can find something you like. Looks to me like you're already in pretty good shape. Okay, no problem.
factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. It's why they give them a wide berth.
Does that woman have
Ask me.
any...
I've never been in a Bounty
Castle
before.
should be
Everyone
fine.
kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff. It's fine. My dad just has terrible navigation skills. My mom says it all the time. I just hope they don't take too long. I'm sure that foster family is nice, but anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here. Hey. When it comes to Ecliptic, I know everything. It's not like it's a secret. They're mercenaries, so they work for money. And it's like, for enough money, they'll do anything. I've heard a couple of SSNN stories about them. My dad says they're horrible. Like they can pretend they're working for someone and it's official, so they do anything they want. Yeah, it was like, snakes and serpents will eat you all, rah, the stars will squeeze you, rah, or something like that. I think they need psychiatric help.
May I help you?
Not now.
What? No, just, go away.
Doing great, actually. Thanks for asking. I honestly feel guilty with how perfect everything is.
Hope you're not agoraphobic.
Hope New Atlantis has been treating you well. That makes
Be
sense.
careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems. They like to use old, abandoned facilities as outposts. You know.
Have a good one.
Hi, how you doing? Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
You could make it? is another story.
Well,
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues. Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested? Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all? Oh yeah? And I'm the CEO of Galbank. Look, I can appreciate a wise ass, but if I catch you lying for real, we're going to have a problem. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details. You know, MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview. Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. Let me know if you have any questions.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something. Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, pecking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You'll find them scouring through old labs and facilities, taking whatever's not nailed down. Keep it moving. My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor. Mothers, am I right?
dead? We're all dead. The comms relay has been trashed. The whole room is trashed. We can't call for help. I can hear the terror morph roaring somewhere. And more people screaming.
No soliciting. Do I need to call security? I am really in the middle of something.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Yes. What?
Aegis agents don't like spy jokes. Found out the hard way.
Excuse me? Always feels like we're understaffed.
The security of the United Colonies is every citizen's responsibility, but we try and do the bulk of the work. The fewer people there are thinking about Aegis on a daily basis, the easier my job is. We're the intelligence arm of the United Colonies. Think of it this way. UC Security responds to threats. It's Aegis's job to anticipate and prevent them. No. My parents would never have been so presumptuous. Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym, pending approval, of course. I chose this for myself when I signed on. I have, of course, since learned that I am not nearly as smart as I thought I was as a younger man. I suppose none of us are. I'm the acting head of Aegis, the intelligence division here in Mast. I oversee all our active projects and agents in the field, and I'm afraid that's about as much detail as I can give you. All you really need to know is that we're here to serve and we're the good guys. Our main priority is the safety and security of the citizens and assets of the United Colonies, wherever they may be. We keep an eye on, well, everything. Well, you're certainly entitled to that opinion, and there are plenty of others who share it. We'll be looking out for you just the same. Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected. Statistical average psychological tendencies, a sergeant's need to tower over his subordinates. But really, it was just a joke. I meant nothing by it. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it, and are using it to identify field agents. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks. Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail. Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done. You really should know better than to ask for classified intel. What is this, your first day on the job? Don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. I still can't tell you what's in the package, though. Good luck with the mission.
excited to see Tony after work. I have a feeling today's going to be a great day. Don't you agree? Oh, hi there. I'm doing great. How about you? We've all been there, I think. Maybe you just need to find a goal to strive towards. I've been trying to save up enough money so that I can go explore the settled systems with my boyfriend, Tony. I think we're finally getting close. Really? Well, I guess you're right. I'm feeling a bit run down. I really love my job, but it's hard work and long hours. I could definitely use a Terracino from Terra Brew right now. Really? That's so sweet. I really appreciate it. Tony and I want to see what else is out there. I love my job, but there has to be more to life than just being a janitor in New Atlantis. What about you? Have you gone on any adventures? That's amazing. I'm so jealous. One day you'll have to tell me and Tony all about them, okay? Well, that depends. Are you a foodie or a shopper? If you're shy, it's okay. We can just stare awkwardly at each other. I guess I won't ask. But there is a place called The Well that might be more your style. I don't go down there myself. It can be pretty dangerous. Take care of yourself. One day, I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good. Take care.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
We just need to convince her that the president and they are easily predecessors, and that an adversarial UC is a thing of the past.
I feel...
Yeah, I don't know why they set up shop here.
You're only as safe as your equipment out there. Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable gear for whatever adventures may await you. All of our products come highly recommended by individuals who have devoted their lives to distant travel. And while I've never needed them myself, I stand by everything we offer. No flying for me. Not my style. Goodness, no, I just couldn't. You're out there millions of miles away from anything, and if something goes wrong, I can't stomach the thought. I prefer solid ground under my feet at all times. And preferably a hot, fresh coffee within reach. Can't get those in space either. I do. In this line of work, it's essential, don't you think? Not seeing people come back would not only suggest that they're not satisfied with our business, but that whatever they purchased had failed, leaving them unable to return. I would not be able to sleep at night if I thought that were the case. Please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it? Please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it? Be careful out there.
Wow, you look completely different.
It's me.
I mean, great, but
How can I help you be the best you possible?
recognize you.
Hi, welcome to Enhance. Thanks so much for stopping in today. I'm sure my staff and I can accommodate your every need. If you're here to try something new or on a whim, or to replicate a look you've seen and loved elsewhere, or just want to love your reflection in the mirror a little bit more, we've got you covered. All our services and records are private and confidential, so no need to worry. Oh my God. You certainly put things bluntly, don't you? You just took me a little bit off guard. It's like you read my mind or something. You see, I've run into a bit of an issue, a teensy little issue. I may have lost a data slate containing the confidential information of numerous patients. Little things, you know, like payment information, procedures done, age, birthdays, mailing addresses. Oh no, who am I kidding? This is so bad. If that information gets out, my business and reputation could be destroyed. No patient will trust me again. Because I sense a kind of aura around you, an air of nobility. Also, it all just spilled out. I couldn't hold it in anymore. It's not. People's private information is at stake, ready to be taken by any bad actor that finds that damn slate. And worse, my reputation and business is on the line. Please, I'm begging you. You have to find that slate. Yes. Thank you. And let's see, I frequent the Terror Brew nearby, as well as Whetstone. I also stopped by the Valberg building recently. Thank you for doing this. You're a lifesaver. Please, come back as soon as you have the slate. Oh, and don't read anything on it. It's confidential stuff, remember? If you'd ever like to make a change, we're up to the task.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Easy for you to say, top of the class.
Infinity is huge. Like, staggeringly huge. They need people like you. Infinity's a top-notch megacorp.
Yeah.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters. Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to make appointments myself. All visitors are by appointment only, I'm afraid.
Timberwolves!
I'm going to be a glorified gopher.
As you can see, traffic is good. The sales keep climbing.
And there are
Hi there.
locations
Welcome to
in
Terra
New
Brew.
Atlantis.
How can I help you? Thanks for choosing
Yes.
Terra Brew.
And
What
the
can I
sales
get you?
in the fest didn't dip at all when the second store opened.
Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite.
People need coffee.
Certainly. Please take your time.
This is very encouraging.
Hello and welcome to Terra. Certainly. Please take your time. Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. Certainly. Please take your time.
You look like someone who has many stories to tell.
Hello there, dear friend. Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. Yes. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them? Ah, the usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power. I'm only joking, of course. I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settled systems. I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay.
There's no Terra Brew back home, but maybe that needs to change.
Enjoy Terra. Excuse me. I'm meeting
You
with
can
the
tell they
client.
put a lot of care into their franchise.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at it.
These greens are the heart of the commercial district. Enjoy the garden.
At least it's a job.
You'll come around.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon. You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care. I hope we have what you need. Back to it then.
I'm on tax duty tomorrow. Can't wait! Working at the distribution center can be tiring, but it sure is rewarding. Of course, who wouldn't? It's such a privilege to be able to work for the UC government, a true force of good. Every day is so exciting. I get to meet so many new people, solve interesting problems, and learn about developing situations throughout the settled systems. Yep, there's never a boring day at the distribution center. Oh, no. When I was growing up, I actually wanted to be a miner on Sidonia. As weird as that may sound. I guess I never wanted to have a typical job. Lucky for me, working at the distribution center is anything but typical. Oh, that's not really my area. I don't have clearance for that just yet. Well, someday, maybe. You'll want to talk to Miss Sang about that. Take care of yourself.
Cool spacesuit. Wish that bartender at the viewpoint would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us. Hello.
Dawn's Roost has the best food in the
Ryujin Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
Can't talk right now, sorry.
Always wondered what the inside of the lodge looks like.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't sell to you. UC citizens only.
All I want to do is give the United Colonies my money. Why do they need to make that so challenging? Fine.
UC homes can only be purchased by UC citizens, so you know up front.
Good day.
Looking to buy? Zora should be able to help you.
Welcome to Aphelion Realty. I'm Zora, and I'm here to help with whatever you may need. What brings you in today? Looking to settle down, or move up in the world, or just window shopping? That's fine. It happens all the time. I never mind an opportunity to chat with someone new. I'm here if you have any more questions, or if you'd like to look at properties. Okay, let me just pull up your data. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're not a United Colony citizen. I'm afraid property ownership here in New Atlantis isn't available to you. If you take the exciting step of becoming a citizen, we'll be here for you. Oh, don't I wish. Between UC regulations and demand here in the city, I haven't had a chance to branch out yet. But you best believe I'm keeping an eye on the situation and actively lobbying for a little more leeway. Stop by anytime.
By the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end. So, the two parties came together to negotiate the terms of the armistice. Fleet sizes would be capped, mechs and xeno weapons outlawed, and all research related to those fields would be kept under lock and key in their own special archive, which actually rests below our feet as we speak. And while these new restrictions transformed the settled systems overnight, entire economies were upended with the flick of a pen. They also marked the start of something critical: cooperation between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective for the first time in decades. A pledge between the powers for a more harmonious future. Thank you for listening. This is a place for quiet reflection, so please keep chatting to a minimum. It's a fascinating subject, the colony war, though I'm thankful I didn't have to participate. There was a lot of debate as to where the archive should be built. It was a gesture of good faith from the Freestar Collective that it was built here. The archives themselves are off limits, but you're free to look around up here. It's a fascinating subject, the colony war, though I'm thankful I didn't have to participate.
Keep it civil, or we will.
Not supposed to be talking to you. nobody sees the embassy. Unless you've got embassy business, I suggest you mosey along.
Collective. A collective of snakes. The Freestar Collective has no place in New Atlantis. Well, I want it torn down, of course. The fact that there's even an embassy for them here after what they did, it's infuriating. Tear it down. Tear it all down. Ha! Diplomacy? That doesn't mean anything to the FC. They'll break any law and treaty that they feel like. It doesn't matter to them. What's my problem with them? Really? I'm keeping the FC accountable for the terrible things they've done. The Colony War was an unforgivable tragedy. Countless lives could have been spared, but the Freestar Collective was out for blood. The Freestar Collective took my father away from me. Oh, please. Grief has nothing to do with it. Facts are facts. And the fact of the matter is that my dad would be alive if the FC never broke the Treaty of Narian. What's my problem with them? Really? I'm keeping the FC accountable for the terrible things they've done. The Colony War was an unforgivable tragedy. The Freestar Collective... But that's not what I want. I don't want us to move on. I want people to wake up and realize what the FC did to us. And I want them to be angry. I want justice and closure for everyone in the UC. Bye. Never forget what the FC did. Never forget! Well, I want it torn down. The fact that there's even an embassy for them here after what they did, it's infuriating. Tear it down. When dealing with the FC, you're right. They'll just pick and choose what laws they like and which ones to break. They don't care what the consequences are, or how many people die. Well, the fact that there's even... Tear it down. Tear it... Back to business. The FC's no friend of you and me. What's my problem with it? The Colony War was an... The Freestar... Uh-huh.
Yes, exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just... beat the shit out of them, sometimes. But you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. But you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can... just... love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through
unity.
Ah, yes, Andreas. Yes, unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me. Is there anything I can help with? I may not always have the perfect advice for people, but I try to just be here for them. I think that's what they really need more than anything else. Were you seeking worldly wisdom or just a friendly ear? It would, wouldn't it? Well, if you find it, be sure to come back and let me know. It would make the next sermon more memorable, if nothing else. And in the meantime, while it isn't quite so profound, I might suggest reading some of our works. Among the Grab Jumps is a good place to start. I'm sure you can find a copy lying about. And if you do decide to read it, perhaps you'd let me know what you think. See if it speaks to you, as it has to others. Understandable. The things I've forgotten over time. Well, you could fill more than a few books. As I said, I'm sure there's a copy somewhere. Might jog your memory. And it would give us an opportunity to discuss the ideas, which I would thoroughly enjoy. If you do read it, you know where to find me.
Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately.
Pardon?
Aquilus has seen so much. I'm really glad I can talk to him when I need to.
Oh, hi there. I'm Marcus Lestari. Are you interested in the Sanctum Universum? Glad to hear it. It's an exciting time for the church. We're growing every day, and we've been getting more interested visitors lately, too. Actually, we've had a few visitors come by recently, but they have yet to come visit us again. This strikes me as a good opportunity. I'm wondering, would you like to go check in with those visitors and welcome them back to our church? Maybe all they need is just another invitation. And don't worry, I'll pay for your effort, of course. Well, that's why. We want to keep growing our community, but sometimes people can be suspicious of others who are already heavily involved in the church. A new face like yourself might make the prior visitors more comfortable with returning. And you all may learn something along the way. Either something about the church or about yourselves. Excellent. Their names were Tony, Evie, and Johan. When you check in with them, give them one of these slates. It's just a little something welcoming them back, if they're interested. If you want, take some time to talk with them, get to know them, and why they were interested in the Sanctum Universum. In any case, when you're done, come back to me, and I'll give you your payment.
Even just the sound of his... voice is comforting, I guess. Have you ever heard one of his sermons? They're really good. Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately.
One more time.
You can over-rehearse. It'll sound canned. We got to keep it loose.
But I keep stumbling over the third quarter projections.
They won't care about a flawless presentation. I feel nauseous. I can't wait to just get it over. For better or for worse.
Once we get that, you here for a loan too? Good luck. Ooh, we're going to own this thing.
That's the spirit.
I'm a morning person. Just a regular ball of sunshine. Hey. Sure. Trying to get a job at Galbank. It's the big building with the word Galbank on it. I'm sorry you feel that way. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun. Why? It's so much more fun to be lonely and miserable, but fine. I like to paint, I like to crochet, pretty much hate everything else. You're starting to grow on me, though. Like a fungus. But I like mushrooms. Guess that's the third thing. Because magic isn't real, which means I can't be a necromancer. I figured being a soul-sucking banker was the next best thing. Yeah, find a Galbank teller and deposit all your creds into my bank account. It'll be paid, of course. Eventually. Trying to get a job at Galbank. It's the big building with the word Galbank. Yeah, you'd think so, but sorry, not a Galbank. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun. See ya.
I feel nauseous.
Galbank makes personal finance easy. Money, as long as you have some, should never be something to worry about handling. I do hope you're taking advantage of our remote transaction benefits. As always, all Galbank transactions are secure and guaranteed.
Now, listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Who exactly are you? What? Oh, you. You really look like you know how to use that thing. I have an eye for talent, and I have a feeling about you. Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative. So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate. See, the world of credit analysis, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, well, it's a tough field. What I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge. Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start small and work our way up to the worst offenders. If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled systems is big. Like really big. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track them down. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when reporting to the higher-ups. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam, and Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead, we don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen. If he dies, then his assets go to probate, and we can get paid. So if he forces you into an it's you or him situation, it's A-okay for Galbank's bottom line if you choose him. But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. We wanted him liquidated, we'd have put a tracker on him. Well, you may need to lean on him, scare him. Nothing illegal, just talk to him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their Galbank agreements. Well, I mean, yes, we're not the only ones looking for them. And you don't dome up on a dust ball unless you're serious about dodging your civic responsibilities. I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current. I hate to end on this note, but not everyone's a straight arrow. You cut a deal with Dieter. Honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs for me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
The FC! What do you want? I'm very busy. What? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I went to the Sanctum Universum a while back. I haven't checked it out again, though. It's interesting. The whole literally finding God thing is comforting to me, in a way. Wait, why am I telling you this? I'm not sure. The truth is that I want to believe in it all. The Sanctum Universum believes that God gave us the ability to grab jumps so that we can search for him and find him. If that's true, maybe I can find my dad as well. I lost him when I was just a little girl. I can barely remember him. Because if it all ends up not being real, I'd be devastated. I don't need a lecture from you. Listen, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'll go back if I want to.
Service with a smile. That's the UC way. Really? Nice! I went there a while back. Good to see they still remember me. To tell you the truth, I don't really have any thoughts on the church itself. I wouldn't consider myself religious. I initially went because it just seemed interesting. I don't think I really know enough about the church to decide if it's bad or good, or if it's even a good fit for me. I guess maybe I should go back to figure that out. There wasn't really any reason. I just got busy or lazy and stopped going. I've actually been meaning to check it out again. It's just something interesting to do after work. The people seem nice as well. Gotta say that it's nice. You know, having people think about you. Because of my job, I don't really have too much free time to socialize or make friends. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job. It's the best job in New Atlantis. But still, it can be hard to put myself out there sometimes. That's actually one of the reasons I went to the Sanctum Universum. Just to talk with people and get to know them. It was nice. It really was. Yeah, I think I will. But hey, let me ask you something. Do you believe in all this Sanctum Universum stuff? What do you think? Uh-huh. Like Bigfoot. Do you know what Bigfoot is? Some monster that might have lived on Earth and had big feet. You know what? I'll just stop talking. Well, hey, I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for bringing this to me. Keep on keeping on.
Sure hope. I think I could live on coffee if I had to. Fine, I guess. Do we know each other? Wait. Are you flirting with me? am I glad to hear that. I already have a girlfriend. It's always awkward having to turn someone down. Catch you later, yeah? Yeah, sure. Her name's Donna. She works at the Nat station near Mast. Oh, boy, is she a catch. She's passionate, beautiful, friendly. I really lucked out. We met a couple of years ago, and we've been going steady since then. I'm actually thinking about asking her to marry me pretty soon. Keep that between us, okay? I don't want her finding out before I pop the question. What, at Terra Brew? I wish. Nah, I live at Athena Tower. Just moved in, actually. My girlfriend and I got a place there a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long we'll be there, though. We're saving up to get out of New Atlantis and, tour the settled systems. Oh, thank you, I guess. An invitation, huh? Yeah, I checked out the church a few weeks ago, but I haven't gone back yet. My girlfriend and I want to leave New Atlantis and travel the settled systems. We've been working our butts off, and my girlfriend is so excited. I'm excited too, but it's still a little scary, you know? We've been in New Atlantis all our lives. We don't even really know what to expect out there. I guess I was seeking out some sort of comfort from the church. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't want to disappoint anyone in case I stop going. The church was interesting, but how can anyone know for certain that it's all real? Doesn't that bother anyone else? I guess that's probably why I never went back. There's no certainty. Yeah, you're right about that. To be honest, I'm not sure I'll visit the church again, but I'll think about it. Anyways, I gotta get going. Thank you for taking the time to deliver this to me. Take care.
Although I have attempted an analysis several times, I simply cannot quantify humans' addiction to caffeine.
I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks at the Viewport tonight. It's nothing like an afternoon off. I sure hope your day's going as well as mine is.
Hey.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis? Oh boy. I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice. Know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous, galaxy-wide. You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with the hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. Very clever of you. Your parents must be so proud. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I mean, doing something about this won't exactly be on the straight and narrow, will it? I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this? What? Come on, no! I'm already uncomfortable with this whole thing. Don't go making jokes like that. Seriously, can you help me with this or not? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense. Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But because my cargo is tied up with a bunch of, again, totally unrelated illegal stuff, I don't expect the forms to matter. At all. I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as their new slogan. New Atlantis Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh? Yeah, this is hardly a life or death situation. Some light breaking and entering at worst, right? I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I know a few things, but no. The cargo is being held down. How or why you would have a UC. Beyond that, no offense. Like I said, I don't expect the... I went and talked to an officer at the New Atlantis. Yeah, this is hard. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad. Sure thing. What can I get you? See you around.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business? You're with Constellation? Damn, that's cool. I've always admired you guys. Exploring the stars full-time seems like a dream come true. It seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for Mast. I'm billing myself as a weapons expert, sniper tech specifically. Most travelers like having someone on their crew who's good with firearms. The settled systems are no picnic. No, I'm not. I'm actually hoping for a crew gig. Lots of pilots stop by the viewport on their way into town. I figure if I hung around long enough, I'd run into someone who was hiring. Oh yeah, plenty of us. There's a whole branch of Mast's scientific wing called DRIP. That's dedicated to developing new weapons for the UC military. Well, I'll be damned. What a coincidence. Working on a ship sounds perfect. I was hoping my next job would get me out of the city. What's your offer? I'm a reasonable guy, but that's just too low. All right. I'll look elsewhere then. If you change your mind, you can find me here.
Huh. Not used to people coming up to me. The suit usually scares them off. Although I guess that's my fault, isn't it? I guess you could say I've always had it. Once you've been all over, like I have, you might find yourself in something like this too. Well, I go all over. A little psychological warfare up front tends to make things easier. Retired, actually. From too many lives to count. But I've been all those things, yeah? And a few more. I spend a lot of time in the fringes these days. God help you if you come across something someone wants. You'd think it was things like civilizations and factions that cause people to want to shoot each other. No, even without that, it's still winner take all. Well, you're on to me. Of course. That's what makes the reality so tragic. Wait a second. I think I'm in danger of having a real conversation with someone for a change. Better stop here. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Howdy. I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings? I think you'll agree my rate is fair. Why is that? I hear you. I know what you're trying to do. It isn't going to work. That's what I'm hoping. Sounds fair. I'm in. I see. Look me up when your luck turns around.
Hey there! You look like the planet-hopping type. Got any room on your ship for someone like me? Plenty. I'm comfortable on a ship, especially in the gunner seat. I'm also a trained expert with shotguns. I have the certification to prove it. Aye aye, Captain. I won't overcharge you. I'm grateful for the offer. I've been out of a job since I left the Freestar Rangers. You're short on credits? I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. Well, the last thing I want is you going bankrupt on my account. I'll work for whatever you can pay. Ah, I see. Well, no harm done. Save your money to take care of yourself. You're back! What do you say? Will you take me with you? Aye aye, Captain. Ah, I see. Well...
Howdy.
Hey, if you're looking for a weapon specialist, I could really use the work to pay off some debts. The kind that need to be paid off quickly, or else I'm in big trouble. And if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to keep the details of that to myself. Unless you're agreeing to hire me, of course. I'm not asking for that much. Just my fair share. You're asking me to work for less than the going rate? Why would I do that? Let's not close the door on this just yet. Yeah, I hope so. Well, I guess something's better than nothing. I'll cut my price, but I'm not going any lower. I understand. Guess I'm not the only one who should be looking for work. Swing by again when you can afford it.
Yes? Any vacancies on your crew? I'm not asking for much. Just a reasonable share. Why is that? In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for. Look, I like to help, but I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. Okay, that's pretty good. You got yourself a deal. Sounds like a pass then.
Excuse me.